I'm going to read from the Book of Secrets, Technique 110. Be playful in activity. The second technique. Gracious one, play. The universe is an empty shell wherein your mind frolics infinitely. Gracious one, play. The universe is an empty shell wherein your mind frolics infinitely. This second technique is based on a dimension of play. That has to be understood. If you are inactive, it is good to fall into deep emptiness, into the inner abyss. But you cannot be empty the whole day, and you cannot be passive the whole day. You will have to be something. Activity is a basic requirement. Otherwise, you cannot be alive. Life means activity, so you can be inactive for a few hours. But for 24 hours, you will have to be active. And meditation should be something which becomes your style of life. It should not be a fragment. Otherwise, you will gain it and lose it. If you are inactive 1 hour, then 24 hours you will be active. The active forces will be more, and they will destroy whatsoever you attain in your inactivity. The active forces will destroy it, and the next day you will again do the same. For 24 hours you will accumulate the doer, and in 1 hour you will have to drop it. It will be difficult, so your mind must change its attitude about work and activity, hence the second technique. Work should be considered as play, not as work. Work should be considered as play, just a game. You should not be serious about it. You should be just like a children playing. It is meaningless. Nothing is to be achieved. Just very activity is enjoyed. You can feel the distinction of play if you play sometimes. When you work, it is different. You are serious, burdened, responsible, worried and anxious because the end result is the motive. The work itself is not worth enjoying. The real thing is just in the future, in the result. In play, there is no result. Really, the very process is blissful. And you are not worried. It is not a serious thing. Even if you look serious, it is just pretending. In play, you enjoy the very process. In work, the process is not being enjoyed. The goal, the end, is important. The process has to be tolerated anyhow. It has to be done because the end has to be achieved. If you could achieve the end without this, you would drop activity and jump to the end. But in play, you would not do that. If you could achieve the end without playing, then the end would be futile. It has meaning only through the process. For example, 2 football teams are on the playground. Just by throwing a coin, they can decide who will win and who will be defeated. Why go through so much effort, unnecessarily exerting yourself? The thing can be decided very easily, just by tossing a coin. The end will be there. One team can win, another can be defeated. Why work for it? But then there will be no meaning, no significance. The end is not meaningful. The very process is the meaning. Even if no one wins and no one is defeated, the game was worth it. The activity in itself is enjoyed. This dimension of play has to be applied to your whole life. Whatsoever you are doing, be there in that activity so totally that the end is irrelevant. It may come, it has to come, but it is not on your mind. You are playing, you are enjoying. That's what Krishna means when he tells Arjuna to leave the future in the hands of the divine. The result of your activity is in the hands of the divine. You simply do. This simply doing becomes a play. That's what Arjuna finds difficult to understand. Because he says that if it is just play, then why kill? Why fight? He understands what work is, but he cannot understand what play is. And Krishna's whole life is just a play. You cannot find such a non-serious man anywhere. His whole life is just a play, a game, a drama. He is enjoying everything, but he is not serious about it. He is enjoying it intensely, but he is not worried about the result. What happens is irrelevant. It is difficult for Arjuna to understand Krishna because he calculates. He thinks in terms of the end result. He says in the beginning of the Gita, This whole thing seems to be absurd. On both sides, my friends and my relatives are standing to fight. Whosoever wins, it will be a loss, because my family, my relatives, my friends will be destroyed. Even if I win, it will not be worth anything, because to whom am I going to show my victory? Victories are meaningless, because friends, relatives, family will enjoy them, or meaningful. Victories are meaningful, because friends, relatives, families will enjoy them, but there will be no one. The victory will be just over dead bodies. Who will appreciate it? Who will say, Arjuna, you have done a great deed? So whether I am victorious or I am defeated, it seems absurd. The whole thing is nonsense. He wants to renounce. He is deadly serious. He is deadly serious. And anyone who calculates will be that deadly serious. The setting of the Gita is unique. War is the most serious affair. You cannot play about it, because lives are involved. Millions of lives are involved. You cannot be playful. And Krishna insists that even there, you have to be playful. You don't think about what will happen in the end. You just be here and now. You just